A friend of mine in Cardiff runs a Ford specialist garage, 3 bays, 2 ramps, been at it since 1998. I rang him last Sunday for a chat about the channel. He told me he turned away 3 1.0 EcoBoost cars in 1 week, not because he can't fix them, but because the customers couldn't afford the repair when he quoted them. 2 of those cars were under 80,000 miles, both wet belts, both engines destroyed. Welsh Ford man in the comments on the insurance video asked which Ford engines are still worth buying. I went looking properly. Today's video is the answer his garage has been telling customers for 10 years. Ford rated the 1.0 EcoBoost wet belt at 150,000 miles or 10 years. UK independent specialists logged the failures clustering between 60,000 and 100,000 miles. When the belt fails, the engine starves of oil within seconds, and the same failure kills the mechanical vacuum pump that powers your brake servo. The brake pedal hardens to stone while the car is still moving. DVSA Recall 23S64 was forced to address it. Ford has been issued mandatory authorization to replace complete engines free of charge for affected build dates. Today's 7 Ford engines from before all of that. What to look for, what to pay, and which one outlasts everything Ford currently builds. If you want the engines worth keeping versus the ones worth avoiding, hit subscribe. 3 more this month. The BMW equivalent, Mercedes pre-Daimler picks, and the diesel manuals worth chasing. A quick word on why this happened. Between 2012 and 2015, Ford abandoned naturally aspirated petrol engines and high displacement diesels under EU CO2 fleet average pressure. Smaller engines pump less air, burn less fuel on the test cycle, and emit less CO2 on paper. To make those small engines produce real-world power, Ford turbocharged everything. To save weight and reduce friction, they replaced traditional metal timing chains and dry external timing belts with rubber wet belts running inside the engine sump. What followed? The 1.0 EcoBoost wet belt scandal, the 1.6 EcoBoost cylinder head fire risk, and the 2.0 EcoBlue commercial fleet failures. The 7 engines below are the ones Ford built before that decision. Number 7. The 1.25 and 1.4 Sigma petrol, 1998 to 2014. Found in the Fiesta Mark V, Mark 6 and Mark 7, Focus Mark 1 and Mark 2. Co-developed with Yamaha in the mid-1990s. Aluminium block, sequential port fuel injection, naturally aspirated, traditional dry external timing belt. The 1.25 81 horsepower variant in the Mark 7 Fiesta is widely regarded by UK road testers as one of the most reliable Super Mini engines ever produced, and the data bears it out. The EcoBoost successor, the 1.0 3-cylinder. Ford traded smooth, linear, naturally aspirated power for a turbocharged engine with a wet belt that destroys itself between 60,000 and 100,000 miles. UK availability? Excellent. A 2014 Fiesta Mark 7 1.25 Z-Tech sits at £4,000 to £6,000 with full service history. What to check? The dry timing belt requires changing at 100,000 miles or 8 years. Replace the water pump at the same time, around £380 fitted at any UK independent. Listen for top-end tapping at idle, which indicates oil neglect on the mechanical lifters. The verdict? The cheapest entry point into reliable Ford ownership in 2026. Number 6. The 1.6 Ti-VCT Sigma petrol 2004 to 2014. Found in the Focus Mark II and Mark III, early naturally aspirated cars, and C-Max. The ultimate evolution of the Yamaha engineered Sigma block. Twin independent variable cam timing on both intake and exhaust camshafts. 115 horsepower from natural aspiration. Broad torque curve, dry timing belt. UK independents rate this as the most reliable petrol engine ever fitted to the Mark II Focus, full stop. The EcoBoost successor, the 1.0 EcoBoost 125 horsepower variant. The 1.6 Ti-VCT bypasses turbocharger failures, direct injection carbon buildup, and wet belt destruction in a single engineering decision Ford then chose to abandon. UK availability, excellent value. A 2011 or 2012 Focus Mark III 1.6 Ti-VCT in titanium trim sits at £3,500 to £5,000 with documented history. What to check? The variable cam timing solenoids depend on clean oil. Verify oil change history at strict 10,000 mile intervals. On cold start, listen for a metallic rattle from the top of the engine. Anything persisting beyond 2 seconds indicates worn cam phasers from previous oil neglect. An expensive repair at £600 plus. The verdict? The smartest naturally aspirated Focus you can still find for less than $4,000. Number 5. The 2.5 Duratec Volvo T5 petrol 2007 to 2010. Found in Mondeo Mark IV Titanium Export, S-Max Mark I and Cougar Mark I. Branded as a Duratec for marketing reasons but engineered by Volvo. The turbocharged 2.5 litre 5-cylinder producing 220 horsepower and 320 Nm of torque. with the offbeat oral character that no four-cylinder turbo has ever matched. Ironclad bottom end, traditional dry timing belt. The EcoBoost successor, the 2.0 EcoBoost 203 to 240 horsepower variants. The character is gone, the block strength is gone. The only thing left is a flatter torque curve on a smaller engine doing more work. UK availability? Limited and highly sought after by enthusiasts. A clean Mondeo 2.5T Titanium X Sport runs £4,000 to £7,000 depending on mileage. What to check? PCV oil filter housing. If the internal rubber diaphragm ruptures, the engine whistles continuously and starts consuming oil. Around 180 to 220 pounds fitted. Confirm the timing belt and water pump have been done on schedule. The verdict? Thirsty at 25 to 30 miles per gallon, but the last great character engine fitted to a Ford passenger car. Rare and getting rarer. Worth pausing on the 1.0 EcoBoost recall. Ti-VCT recall 23S64 was forced into existence after the oil pump drive belt tension arm fracture pattern emerged. The recall covers specific build dates only, and under that recall, Ford has been issued mandatory authorization to replace complete engines free of charge to UK owners. Most owners don't know this exists. They get quoted £3,500 to £4,000 by an independent for a complete engine swap, or £5,000 plus by a Ford main dealer and pay for it. If your car falls inside the affected build window, the work is free under the recall remit. Always check the VIN against Ford's recall database before paying anything for an EcoBoost wet belt repair. Number 4. The 1.8 and 2.0 Duratec HE petrol 2000 to 2011. Found in Mondeo Mark III, Mondeo Mark IV, Focus Mark II, S-Max Mark I, and Galaxy Mark III. Delivered from Mazda's L engine architecture during the Ford-Mazda partnership era. Aluminium block, sequential port fuel injection, naturally aspirated. And, crucially, a metal timing chain designed to last the lifetime of the engine. No wet belt, no timing belt at all. 125 horsepower from the 1.8, 145 horsepower from the 2.0. Both clearing 250,000 miles in UK fleet service. The EcoBoost successor, the 1.5 and 2.0 EcoBoost 4-cylinders. These introduce documented coolant intrusion failures, cracked engine blocks under thermal stress, and direct injection carbon buildup. Ford had no procedure for cleaning short of intake manifold removal. UK availability, increasingly rare in the Mondeo because diesels dominated the fleet sector during that era. But a clean 2.0 Duratec Mondeo Mark IV titanium runs £3,000 to £4,500. What to check? Early Mark III Mondeo suffered plastic intake manifold swell flap detachment that destroyed engines, fixed by Mark IV. Listen for chain rattle on a cold start, which indicates a stretched chain or failing tensioner. Erratic idle points to a vacuum leak or failing PCV valve. The verdict? The perfect risk-free choice for anyone covering under 10,000 miles a year. No DPF, no EGR cooler, no dual mass flywheel. Number 3. The 1.8 TDCI Lynx diesel 2001 to 2010. Found in Focus Mark II, Mondeo Mark IV, Galaxy Mark III, and S-Max Mark I. A modernized evolution of Ford's 1980s Enduro-D cast iron diesel block. Common rail Delphi fuel injection bolted to a tractor-derived iron block. Practically bomb-proof and, crucially, the majority of 1.8 TDCI engines UK service do not have a diesel particulate filter. For drivers who want diesel torque without the £800 to £1,500 DPF replacement bill, this is the answer. The EcoBlue successor, the 1.5 EcoBlue with AdBlue systems, fragile internals, and emissions aftertreatment that cost more to maintain than the engine cost to replace. UK availability? Widely available. A 2008 Focus 1.8 TDCI runs £1,500 to £2,500 with documented history. The wet belt warning. Late model 1.8 TDCI engines from approximately October 2007 build dates onwards replaced the lower chain cassette, which drives the high-pressure fuel pump from the crankshaft, with a wet belt cassette. If you buy a 2008 onwards 1.8 TDCI, the lower wet belt must be replaced immediately on purchase, or converted back to a chain drive using an aftermarket kit. UK specialists like Lim Engine Components stock the conversion, £450 to £600 fitted, and once it's done, it stays done. Other checks. Dual mass flywheel. Listen for heavy clattering when the clutch pedal is depressed halfway. Replacement runs £600 to £1,000 at any UK independent. The verdict? 300,000 miles capable, no DPF on the early cars, and convertible back to a metal timing system. The most rebuildable diesel Ford ever built. Number 2. The 2.2 TDCI PSA diesel 2008 to 2014. Found in Mondeo Mark IV Titanium Export, S-Max Mark I. The flagship of the Ford PSA diesel partnership. 175 horsepower in early variants, 200 horsepower in the later units, 400 Newton meters of torque, turning the Mondeo and S-Max into effortless continental cruisers and serious tow vehicles. Dry timing belt, the proper engineering choice. The engine rarely revs hard because the torque is delivered low down, which dramatically reduces strain on the bottom end. The EcoBlue successor. There isn't one. Ford abandoned engines over 2 liters in European passenger cars entirely, forcing high-torque buyers into highly stressed 2.0 EcoBlue twin-turbo units that don't survive the tow ratings the 2.2 cleared without effort. UK availability, rare and increasingly desirable. A 2012 to 2014 Mondeo or S-Max with a 2.2 TDCI runs £5,000 to £8,000, and they hold value strongly. What to check? The dual-mass flywheel takes a beating from the torque output. Test drive specifically in 3rd and 4th gear from 1500 RPM. Any vibration through the cabin floor indicates a failing DMF. Check the DPF pressure sensor hoses for cracking from heat exposure. The verdict? The last great large displacement diesel Ford built. There won't be another. Worth knowing about the 1.6 EcoBoost as well. Ford issued recalled 17S09 globally to address cylinder head cracking and underbonnet fires on the 1.6 EcoBoost, affecting over 200,000 units, including thousands in the UK. The fix Ford applied was not a thicker cylinder head casting, it was not improved internal coolant pathways. Ford retrofitted a coolant level sensor to the expansion tank, spliced new wiring into the loom, and flashed a software update that puts the engine into limp mode if coolant runs low. The structural flaw in the cylinder head remains. The vulnerability to thermal shock remains. The recall reduced the immediate fire risk through software. The architecture is still architecturally compromised. Owners must monitor coolant levels obsessively for the life of the car. Number 1. The 2.0 TDCI DW10 PSA Diesel 2005 to 2014. Found in Focus Mark II, Focus Mark III, Mondeo Mark IV, S-Max Mark I, Cougar Mark I. The strongest pick on this list, and the reasoning is unambiguous. The 2.0 TDCI developed jointly with PSA, Peugeot and Citroën, is the most reliable diesel engine Ford ever fitted to a passenger car. Available in 136, 140 and 163 horsepower variants. Sequential common rail injection. A metal timing chain on early cars and a traditional dry external timing belt on the later units. Never a wet belt. UK fleet operators, motorway reps, and taxi drivers routinely take the Mondeo Mark IV 2.0 TDCI past 400,000 miles. Real-world economy clears 50 miles per gallon in mixed driving. The EcoBlue successor, the 2.0 EcoBlue. Ford adopted wet belt technology for the main camshaft drive on the EcoBlue, repeating the 1.0 EcoBoost mistake on a larger, heavier-duty engine that's now generating mass UK warranty claims across the Transit commercial range. UK availability. This is the absolute sweet spot. A 2013 Mondeo Mark IV 2.0 TDCI Titanium X with full service history runs £3,500 to £5,500. The ultimate UK family workhorse and tow vehicle in 2026. What to check? The engine has a DPF, so it must be driven on the motorway regularly to allow active regeneration. Check for clutch slip and DMF vibration on every test drive. Confirm timing belt and water pump have been replaced on schedule, every 100,000 miles or 10 years. No exceptions. The single most important warning: avoid the PowerShift dual clutch automatic gearbox. PowerShift is prone to severe juddering and catastrophic failure, with rebuild bills routinely running £2,500 at UK transmission specialists. Buy the 6-speed manual every time, no exceptions. The manual gearbox in the 2.0 TDCI Mondeo is the most reliable transmission Ford has ever fitted to a UK passenger car. The verdict? The most cost-effective long-term Ford in Britain in 2026, full stop. Your decision to buy a pre-EcoBoost Ford isn't sentiment, it's engineering. Every engine on this list will cost less to maintain, less to replace, and less to keep on the road than anything Ford has built since 2012. The UK independent garage network knows these blocks inside out. The aftermarket parts supply is exceptional, and the regional density in Wales, the Northeast and the Midlands means there's a Ford specialist within 20 miles of almost anyone watching this video. Which one of these would you actually put on the driveway tomorrow morning? The comments are where this community decides which one I cover next as a standalone deep dive.